I've been here once before, and that was very nice because I was standing at the gate and I looked at the house, and somebody came and said, "What are you looking for?" I said, "Well, this is the house my mother grew up in. I would love to see it." He decided to buy a plot of land, and he invited two architects. That was a father and son. They were 2 years to build a house, well, probably because it was huge, and it was in a style that was at that moment very beloved. Yeah. It was called Neo-Renaissance, and that meant they loved curves and pillars and decorating. You have this white stone here that we saw. That's actually a moment, that's what we do in Holland, at least for a mansion. The first stone was laid by that my aunt, who was his eldest daughter, laid the first stone there of this house. The house was a separate standing building with a lot of ground around it. So they had a tennis court, and I think I sent pictures of the back also. Then you see a pool, which must have been derived from the beek, which is in the back of the house. And it seems so that my grandmother swam every day in the beek. Oh, but she did. I wouldn't do that. This family life was then French-oriented. So all the children had to speak French. They had a French governess. They lived in their own, more or less, children's department, somewhere up there, and came down when there were visitors, and then they had to make a reverence, and they had their nice clothes on, and then had to go upstairs again. There's a huge family party that was obviously too big for the dining room, and they had a party here. If you look well, it's here. So they've been living here for about 20 years with the children. You have Geert, that's well the eldest son. He finally went to a bank in South Africa. And then you had Frits, that's the one who died. And then you had Ans, which is my aunt, and she put the first stone. And then you had my mother. Then you had Pim, and still two children, Map and Ham. In the family, the story goes that they had, the second son got tuberculosis. And after all, he died of it. But anyway, to give him a little bit of nice time, they built a huge bird cage all the way down. None of the family talked very much about it, probably because they had to leave. They didn't leave because they wanted to, but they had to. My grandfather was born in a banker's family as the eldest son. So he was supposed to be a banker. You don't have a choice. And this bank of his has been very successful. But at a certain point in the United States, there was a crisis. There was an enormous rush down on the dollar. And the dollar was connected to the pound, to the guilder. And so obviously, my grandfather's bank was very much into the English pound and the Dutch guilder, and poop, they went bankrupt. So they all had to find a place to be. Yeah. They left here with 6 children and moved to the Van Lennepweg. And the house was auctioned and bought by the Incassobank, which now is a part of ABN AMRO. And since then, it has always been an office. No family has lived here anymore. And then after all, the Indonesian embassy, who is very happy, and we are happy with the Indonesian embassy, so it is nice. I think it is wonderful that a building like this, apart from my family, is so well kept. It's great that it works out like this. You know, you have a beautiful building. My mother has lived here, and the father of one of the cousins. And so there's this beautiful building still left, and we can fantasize how they lived here. I think it is very nice of the embassy that they keep the building like this. It might be very unpractical. Another person would say, oh, I'll smash the inside and make handy rooms for everybody. But they built it outside, which is nice, because then the building itself, the main building, is retained as a beautiful ornament. Yeah. We are happy with it.